Do I want to know what we are doing? Oh god. Yeah. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the next part of chapter 32. We are currently at the sanctuary. We are going right back into the story. The last thing I remember is that we had like a very emotional scene with like Kevin and Fuhua. We were also still in the bubble universe, right? Trying to like, I don't know, find a way to like get through this like bridge to the others on the moon, right? So yeah, I would say without further ado, we are getting the rewards and then we are going on. I don't actually know how long we still have in this chapter, to be honest, but we will see, we will see. Special story. We are still going on with the theme. We have our 3 girls. The last part was really crazy. It made me quite emotional, and I really loved that we established like connection with like Durandal. That was great. Head where Dr. Mei pointed you toward, right? Dr. Mei is ready to sacrifice her own bubble universe so that we can actually break free of like this so-called prison for the Herrschers, right? So that we can actually stop Kevin, which is something I didn't expect at all, to be honest. Like, it is very... I don't know what's going on with Dr. Mei. As I said many times before, I feel like she detached herself maybe from her emotions because she's dying. She doesn't want... I don't know why this like ghost of Dr. Mei or whatever she called herself. I don't know why she actually wants to sacrifice this bubble universe to end Project Stigma. Like, I feel like there is more to it, or maybe I'm just thinking there is more to it, but I feel like maybe this is all the big hidden plan, Kevin becoming the villain, testing people to see if they can actually stop him when he like chooses to, I don't know, become the final Herrscher or something like that. Maybe. I feel like we are going in some kind of like direction where he makes himself the bad guy in order for us, our girls, to like actually be able to defeat him. I don't know. No, that song! Guys, you know, the first time we encountered like Acheron in Honkai Star Rail, this song was playing and she was such a gentle and loving soul, you know, even though she's saying she's detached from her memories and stuff like that. And whenever this like song plays, this also played in like the Mobius Lab video, right? And it makes me so emotional because it reminds me of the gentleness of like Raiden Mei in another universe, and that this is now playing with like Mei as well. Man, we are off to a good start. I'm already crying. What's happening? Oh, but it changed it. Wait, I love this part. This sounds more happy. Wait, I like this. And the two followed Dr. Mei to a quiet corner. This song is killing me. Like, what's happening? Why? I'm really trying sometimes so hard to like not be too overly emotional, especially when we start a video. Because like, what am I going to do? Like, I literally just got ready for this and then I'm just sitting here crying my eyes out. Do we know that? I feel like I'm talking too loud, guys. You should know that Herrschers with annular singularities like yourselves can store their consciousness in their cores, right? And we learned that thanks to Elysia, right? That our people are not connected to the voice of Honkai, right? Like Mr. Yang or her from the past. Who is her? Alicia?
似たような話を聞いたことがあるし、私自身も別の人格と体の主導権を争った経験がある。
Herrscher of the Void.
でも意識をコアに入れるなんてまだ試したことはないんだ。
So does that mean Siren's consciousness was put into the core of the Herrscher of the Void? Like we saw this with like Mei as well, right? Before she contended to be like the Herrscher or like completely like succumbed to being the Herrscher of Thunder, right? We heard like an inner voice talking to her.
大丈夫。一方的に進めたりはしないから。
I like this like little happy part like in the middle here in the music because I feel like everything else is just too sad for me.
二人とも律者なんだから。互いの心と体が十分に開かれた状態なら、相手の思想空間にたやすく入れるはず。
I'm glad I picked Mei. Like we are connecting each other. Like did anyone like pick Bronya for this? I want to know. As long as your bodies and minds are open, one can easily enter the other thoughts. And I feel like this is only something Mei and Kiana can do. You know, like I think they have like a deeper connection than Bronya and Kiana or like Bronya and Mei, although they have a very deep connection. Like our three girls are very much connected, right? But I feel like for Mei and Kiana, it goes way deeper, you know, and I feel like they are much more open to like open up for each other than like with someone else.
Kiana, 体と心をリラックスさせて、ライデン・メイという人間のすべてを感じなさい。
Wait, this is so cute. I think I'm going to cry.
そしてメイは、古の楽園に出入りした経験を生かして、自分の意識を
You will have to use your experience of entering and leaving the Elysian realm to direct your consciousness into Kiana's body. That's interesting.
でも、具体的にはどうすればいいのかしら。理論上はいろんな方法があるけど、
Oh.
あなたたちにとって最も成功率の高い方法を選ばせてもらうわ。
Okay, and what is that?
こう、それからこうすればいいんだよね。
Do I want to know what we are doing?
え、大して複雑じゃない。そうでしょ？でも、これは本当に少しおかしいわね。
What are we doing? Well?
楽にして。雑念を捨てるように。
Can we see it? Like with this song? Guys.
ああ、ごめんなさい。わかったわ。謝らなくていいから。女の子同士だもの。心を落ち着かせて、入ることと受け入れることに集
Okay, I
中す
feel
れ
like
ばいいわ。
they're in a weird position right now. I don't know what kind of position, but... Yeah, I wish they would have, like, showed me. Oh, open my heart. They're about to witness each other in their purest. Okay, wait, that's cute. That's not awkward at all. What? That's so... Look at them. I'm way too overdramatic, guys. They are the cutest ever. Okay, relax. Relax, relax. Studies have shown people usually perceive time slower when they are fully concentrated on something simple and monotonous. For example, at this moment only 3 minutes have passed, but these two are very anxious. For as time stretched, it showed that prolonged separation was the most important factor of what exhausted chemistry. Wait, what? Exhausted chemistry? Yeah, okay. Even if they still trust one another.
こんなに時間が経ってるのに、メイ先輩は
Bro,
もう
Kiana.
私の思想空間に入ったのかな。
Oh, I mean, it's hard to focus if you know you have to focus, right? Like really calming yourself down, like being open for another person, like your thoughts are your thoughts, and sharing them is like a very vulnerable thing to do, right?
どこか違和感があるような。
Kiana, relax. To check, Kiana added some pressure to her grip on Mei's hand. Oh, her fingers remained soft. Temperature in her palm had risen.
やっぱり何も進んでないみたい。
Kiana, you need to focus. Kiana began to slow her breathing. To quiet her mind, she relied on the same sleep aid techniques of that famous insomniac.
思想空間に入る。思想空間に入る。思想空間に入る。
I understand that this is hard. Like sometimes, I don't know if you guys have ever tried like some like relaxing techniques and stuff like that. It takes a while to like relax. You know, especially like nowadays where like our brains are like so overstimulated and like always stressed out. It's like so hard to like shut it down. It takes a while.
キアナちゃんは何をしてるの？
What are you doing?
そんな風にされると余計集中しづらくなるわ。
Because she is like pressing her hand.
それとも反響が聞こえるのは私がすでにキアナちゃんの思想空間に入った
They're
証な
so
の？
cute.
いや、まさかね。私ったら
Mm.
何を考えてるの？
Mei was troubled with wondering whether she ought to continue or not. An urge to speak up and ask was swelling in the back of her mind. Oh. But she has yet to realize.
ごめん、メイ先輩。もうブツブツ言わないから。
Did they do it? That is so cute. Why am I so excited about this? All of her hesitation and doubt became clear when the consciousness had connected. That is so cute. Finality and origin, right, guys?
私の考え事もキアナちゃんに知られたんでしょ？これでおあいこね。でもそう考えると私たちはもうすぐ成功するってこと
You're
かな。
already finished, right? Kiana's grip on Mei's hand subconsciously became tighter.
わからないわ。でももう少し楽にしてみて。昔のように自然にね。
I love them.
昔のようにか。本当にメイ先輩にしか口にしない言葉だよ。
Man, I love them. Ooh. Are those their cores? They are becoming one. That is so cute.
二人の考えが触れ合い、一つの点に溶け合った瞬間、ふと浅い眠りのような軽やかさがやってき
Guys,
た。
I need to ask again, did anyone pick Bronya? I feel like I need to watch a video. Hopefully someone picked Bronya and I can see that with Bronya. Becoming one, an airiness sudden, that is so cute.
どちらが先に心を動かしたのだろう。彼女たちは
They
突如と
both
して
lifted into
空を
the
飛び、
air.
暖かい風に吹かれた二つのタコになっていた。その時間は長いようで短い。
Oh, I love the music. And in the blink of an eye. I think we know this song, right?
そして少女たちは同時に目を開けた。
That is so cute. But we fused our Herrscher cores together. But does that mean there is only one left?
セイフレイヤ。彼女たちにとっては
Why am I so
家のような場所だ。
emotional about this?
まさか最初の場所がここだなんて思わなかった。
Wait, but we have been here with like
彼女
Teresa,
彼女たちはやっ
right?
ぱりいないんだね。
They aren't here anymore, true. She gazed a few feet in front of her, where there was now
キア
nothing.
ナちゃんは支配劇場にいた時に姫子先生に会ったのよね。
Don't mention Himeko. Guys, the stories about Himeko are always crazy. Like, spoilers ahead if you haven't played Honkai Star Rail, but Himeko is already dead in Honkai Star Rail. What a surprise, right?
うん。プレイグジェムに記録された世界の中でね。
In the world recorded by the Gem of Haze. Yeah, and we cried. We cried.
でもメイ先
A
輩
lot.
は相変わらず鋭いな。私が経験したこと すぐ
You
に
can
わかるんだ
already
ね。
guess what I've been. No one can guess what another individual is going through. You can never guess.
あの時ここで別れを告げたんだ。
And you can never fully understand
その
because
後
everyone's different.
私は深淵の律者になった。
I'm very weak when it comes to like memory lane stuff, you know? When we are like re-experiencing stuff, breaks my
じゃあ
heart every time.
今日学園に戻ったキアナちゃんはもう姫子先生の名に恥じないクラス代表になったのよね。考えもしなかったよ。クラ
True.
ス代表っていう言葉を背負う日が来るなんて。
But we have Fuhua, isn't she the class rep?
でも、キアナちゃんにぴったり。そう思わない？それに
I love this man.
クラス代表のキアナちゃんにずっと授業をサボってた私の補習に付き合ってほしいと思ってるの。こういう時はメイ先輩が昔教えてくれた言葉で答えるべきかな。 確か
I'm weak for this type of stories, man.
それはともかくとして、あの思い出はこの1年の間に起きたことの中で
Okay.
一番メイ先輩に聞いてもらいたい話でもあるから。
Wait, how long have we been separated?
じゃあクラス代表お願いね。
It's been a year since the game started, like the game time since we started the story. Like in real life, it's been 3, but no one talks about that,
わかっ
right?
た。そうだね。どこから話せばいいのかな。
She closed her eyes, took a breath, and recounted it as calmly as she could.
あの日彼女が最初にかけてくれた言葉
No, I
は
don't want a recap of like the Himiko goodbye scene, man.
久しぶりねキアナだった。
Yeah. That's so Himiko.
そうだよね。長い間会ってなかったし。でも姫子先生とメイ先輩、それから
No, we
みん
will
なと
not
一緒にいた
cry.
日々は昨日のことのように感じるん
We
だ。
will not cry, man.
それと結構変わったとも言われたよ。
I don't want to remember.
その時こう思ったの。私が変わらなかったら悪いことは起こらなかったのかなって。
Kiana
Yeah.
idiotica.
私はブローニャたちの言ってたバカキアナのままでいたかった。すごく幼稚だよね。そう思わないメイ先輩。
It doesn't sound childish at all. She was grieving a lot. I mean, she lost Himeko and she thought... I mean, basically it was her fault, but at the same time not, right? But she had such a burden in these times. Okay, I'm not talking anymore because it makes me sad.
でもその頃は本気でそう考えたし、現実離れした奇跡もたくさん想像したよ。 今思い返せばそれは精神的に未熟な自我防衛だったのかもしれないね。
Am I the only one who is always crying in these chapters? I feel like since the Elysian Realm chapters, like everything is just making me sad.
人は永遠の別れを自ら語ろうとはしない。でも私は避けられないし、語らないわけにもいかない。
Man, Kiana.
私は本物の空の律者。それは変えられない事実だから、心の準備はできてたんだ。でも短時間で納得して理性的に考えたり受け入れたりすることはできなかった。
True.
それは誰だって同じよ、キアナちゃん。姫子先生は一時的に連絡ができない状態だけど、世界のどこかで私たちを待ってる。
Man, I was really hoping they would tell me that Himeko actually fell like into wherever, right? And that at one point she will be maybe somewhere in Honkai Star Rail. But I feel like it's not going to happen since we experienced like the Himeko that we have in like Honkai Star Rail, since we have experienced like her true story and the real Himeko in that universe, world, whatever. It's supposed to be in the same universe, right? And yeah, it's just not possible because the real Himeko in Honkai Star Rail is long dead. She was like cursed in some kind of way with like the destruction blood and that destroyed her. So I don't know if we will be able to ever bring like the real Himeko back there as well or whatever. But man, I really hoped like Himeko here would be somewhere, you know, just lost and waiting for us.
だからその時、姫子先生にも急に現れすぎたんじゃないかって聞かれたよ。
Man.
まだ心の準備ができてないんじゃないかって心配してくれたのね。
I mean, I'm not mentally prepared. And I'm way
でも
older than you guys.
そういうことに対して本当の意味で準備をしてから向き合う人なんていないよね。むしろそれは永遠に逃げてることになるんだと思う。
I love how we see trauma in all of this. This is a game where you experience a lot of trauma. Like these characters have a traumatic time, right? There is always like war and something that threatens their lives, you know? The whole Herrscher thing is such a burden on like these young girls. And I love that we are having a journey where we experience the trauma and also see how they work through it, like how they are not like being weighed down by it a lot, right? They are just trying to like accept it, that things have happened, and they are getting stronger instead of like getting like torn away with the trauma. And I really like that. It's like so relatable sometimes in some kind of way, and it's like very inspiring like to see how important the talk of like the bad things, because most of the times, especially I feel like if people watch streamers or something, they expect like so much entertainment, you know, like I understand that people want to get away from reality, same with like reading books and stuff like that, right? But at some point I feel like it's also important to show these bad times, you know, to talk about these bad times. And Honkai Impact is doing such a great job with like giving us the experience of these characters and growing with them, you know?
だからその後、不甲斐ないけど、姫子先生の前で泣いちゃったんだ。めちゃくちゃ激しく。
And I was really crying too. Me too. Me too.
でも、それも成長に必要不可欠な部分。
It is, you know, and like being emotionally mature is so important. Like crying and anger are not bad things, you know? Like I feel like sometimes when I grew up, I was always called like too sensitive, you know, because when I got angry, I cried. I kind of like cried out of the blue sometimes. But now that I'm older, like I realized I was just so overstimulated that I just like cried sometimes, you know, without a reason. And crying and letting out these emotions like anger and sadness is so important because it just stacks inside of you, you know, and you have to like let it out. So it's okay to cry. I mean, except for like in the videos, because I just don't want to ruin what I have spent time on. But it's also like important because I feel like people always love to see someone who plays their favorite game getting emotional as well, because probably you guys cried as well, right?
そうね。
Like I was so happy when you guys told me that you were crying at the concert because I felt very embarrassed. But it was so nice. What she had just said, Kiana had probably told Bronya, the class president and the principal. I'm not sad, I've grown, I'm doing well. These are all the things she said, and they were all true. But she couldn't help but feel her innocence had been lost to time. As Raiden Mei's had once been.
メイ先輩、知ってる？別れる前に、姫子先生は、したいけどもう二度とできないことをたくさん
That
教
is so
えてくれた
sad.
の。
I just need to laugh it off, guys, at this point.
その時、私はようやく気づいたんだ。私たちの人生の中で、どうでもいいように見えるものこそ、大事な部分を占めてるんだって。
True.
もしかしたらそれこそが 人生の中で最も価値のある部分なのかもしれな
I
いわ
hope you
ね。
guys don't mind if I talk a lot in these parts, but I feel like whenever these topics are coming up, it is important for us to talk about them, right? And I feel like I want to appreciate these moments because I feel like they are important to talk about.
そうだね。姫子先生曰く、本当のセーフレイヤに戻って、黒板に字を書いて、部屋に戻って、もう一杯いただきたかった。赤のドレスを着たかった。メイ先輩の手料理と、委員長の作った麺料理が食べたかった。
This is hard. This is like really hard.
それと、卒業して大人になった私たちを見守りたかったって。
I love that they always bring in Himiko and show her importance in the game, but I also like... I can't.
キアナちゃん。
Let's not cry, Kiana.
少し切ないけど、力が湧いてくる。
It is.
そうだよね。
She winked at Mei and smiled as
や
before.
っぱり涙より笑顔を覚えているべきだよね。
That's something Alicia said as well, right? I'm not even seeing anything anymore because my eyes are full of tears.
だって人生から太陽が消えたと言って泣いてしまえば、
That is so
涙で
cute.
星まで見えなくなるから。
I love that. If you shed tears when you miss the sun, you also miss the stars.
それはタゴールの詩かしら。
I don't know who that is.
メイ先輩が気に入ったなら戻って
You read a
貸すね。
poem, Kiana? I'm literally so impressed.
え、
Oh.
そ
I'm
ういえば
walking with me.
少し前に似たようなことを言ってくれた人がいたの。
Yeah.
過去と別れを告げるときは笑顔でってね。
That's so true.
古の楽園。それはヨルムンガンド幹部の試練の地で、記憶と記憶体で構築された世界だった。
Guys, first we are talking about Himiko, which is already heartbreaking enough, and now we are talking literally about Elysia and the whole Elysian realm. Like, guys, what are we doing?
そこには委員長やケビン、そして最初に人類のために戦った律者を含めた全文明の13
The
人のヒーローが
13
眠って
flame
いた。
chasers. These guys have a special place in my heart, whether it's here in Honkai Impact or in Honkai Star Rail. They are like one of the craziest and I don't know, like most heartbreaking characters I have ever experienced, and they have such a special place in my heart. It's crazy.
私はそこで数ヶ月の間、崩壊の秘密を探り、律者として生きる意味を探してた。旅の終わりに求めていた答えを手に入れたけど、受け入れがたい別れと向き合わなければならなかった。神職の律者を倒すために、記憶体である英傑は自ら犠牲になった。彼らは過去で私たちに人間性を残し、そして今、私の
They
人生
left
に
all of
より
us
多くの自信をく
humanists
れ
and
た。
brought more faith to my life today.
でも今の私の頭に残ってるのは、やっぱり悲しみよりも感動の方がずっと多かった。
It's still sad though.
あなたが覚えている限り、この物語は消えない。それは13英傑の中で最もみんなに愛されてる
The
エリシ
most
アが教え
beloved
てくれ
of
た言葉
them
よ。
told me true. Oh, guys, what is happening?
その物語は遺憾に満ちてるけど、だからこそ物語とそれが私にくれたものを忘れられないの。運命に押されず、時間に流されず、
Don't be pushed
別れ
around
を
by
恐れず、
fate.
死から逃げず、終始一貫して自分の信じた未来に向かって突き
Don't
進
run
む。
away from death, chill. And go toward the future I believe in no matter what.
ゴールに着いた時には 彼らの残した意志も、彼らが守ってきた美しさも、私たちのような後継者に受け継がれるはずだから。それが歴史のロマンというものなのかもしれないわね。
Man,
13英傑、いろんな物語を持つ人たちみたいだね。
they are. Like, so. Bro, those were the weirdest people, like, I have ever seen, but at the same time, like, all of them were so precious, right?
ええ。キアナちゃんが聞きたいなら、彼らの物語をいくらでも教えるわ。
Let's hear them. That was a weird animation. Man, I'm already
ここま
down.
で結構長く話したと思うんだけど、
We haven't even gone that
変わった
far.
現象なんて特にないみたい。
キアナちゃんはほっとしたみたいね。
I mean, of course we are, right?
だって誰も精神の枷の正体を知らないし、もしここでわけのわからない敵と戦うことに
True,
なったら、
true.
周りの環境も影響されるだろうし。私のちょっとした市場だけど、
Man. Oh
この道を
no!
歩くといろんなことを
I
思い出
didn't know
し
it
ちゃう
was
な。
going on its own.
そうね。あ
You
の
were
頃
the
放課
first
後の
one
チャイム
coming
が
out
鳴
of
った
the
ら、
classroom,
キアナ
right?
ちゃんはいつも真っ先に教室から飛び出して、
That is so
そして
true.
その次に教室を出るのは大体私。わけも聞かされないまま、キアナちゃんによく引っ張られていたわね。
I love this.
だってメイ先輩の料理があまりにも美味しかったんだもん。授業中も放課後になったら早く帰ってご飯を食べようって思ってたよ。
キアナちゃん、それって授業中にぼーっとしてたのは私のせいだって言いたいの？
That is the cutest.
違うよ、私のお腹のせいだよ。
I mean, guys, who doesn't love good food, right?
ずっとグーグー鳴ってたからそうなっちゃったの。
I can totally feel that, Kiana.
そういえばあの頃のブローニャは冷たく見えたし、寮にすぐ帰りたいって感じじゃなかったけど、本当はいつも前日にわざと理由をつけて私にメイ姉様の翌日の献立を聞いてたんだよ。
そうだったのね。
メイ先輩、あの塀の向こうにあるレストラン街のことまだ覚えてる？
もちろんよ。確か私が刀の修行につまずいて練習のために部屋にこもってた時、キアナちゃんは私を連れ出してあそこのアイスクリームやお菓子を食べさせてくれたのよね。機会があったらもう一度白桃味のプリンを食べたかったわ。
Peach
メイ先
pudding.
輩、どうしてキャラメルプリンとクレープの話を飛ばしたの？美味しくなかった？
キアナちゃんが選んだものは何でも美味しかったわよ。どうして白桃味の話を先にしたかというと、実は今はやめておきましょう。
Is there something
メイ
I don't
先
know?
輩ったらもったいぶらないでよ。
Why do I not know
キアナ
about
ちゃん
this
と
peach
違
thing?
って、あれは私が初めて友達と交換しながら食べたお菓子だからよ。
Wait, that is so cute.
気がついたら訓練場についてたね。精神の枷がおとなしくここで待っててくれたらいいのに。
残念ながら誰かさんと同じようにあまりおとなしくない生徒のようね。
メイ先輩ってば。
確かあの頃のキアナちゃんはいつも前に
I
出て
like
最強のバルキ
I
リー
love
に
them
な
a
る
lot.
って言ってたわよね。
Becoming the strongest Valkyrie, right?
でも授業中は居眠りばかり。テストの復習もちゃんとしない。さらにゲーム機を持っていつも満点を取るブローニャちゃんの
Kiana's
ところ
such
に
a
遊びに行くんだ
troublemaker,
もの。
right? Who would have thought that in the end she will become like the Herrscher finality? Who would have thought?
ストップストップ。メイ先輩、どうして急にそんなことを話し始めるの？
That is so cute,
そ
man.
れ以上話したらまたメイ先輩に耳をつねられちゃう。
Nah.
あら、恥ずかしい？
She tucked her ear for the first time in a long time.
メイ先輩、私はもう子供じゃないよ。
もちろん。
Man.
今のキアナちゃんは、私やブローニャちゃんがいろいろしなくても、ちゃんと自分のすべきことをする。むしろ、恐ろしいほど自覚してるんじゃないかしら。
That's true.
そこまでじゃないよ。デュラン
I'm
ダ
a
ルに比べた
slacker
ら、
compared to people
私は
like
緩いくらい
Doran.
だと思う。
I mean, I don't think so. Like Kiana had the biggest jump from all of them. Like all of them grew up a lot, right? But Kiana compared to like, I say this a lot, right? Kiana like compared to like how she was in the beginning had such a shift. She is like so mature now. She really changed the most and learned probably the most out of all of the experiences. That's sad. Mei's words easily stirred the web formed by her thoughts. When that web stopped wobbling, the thread of thought naturally stopped there. That's right. Stop where? Kiana knew full well that day she wouldn't get around to discuss with Mei what they needed to talk— Wait, what? Kiana knew full well that day she wouldn't get around to discussing with Mei what they needed to talk about. After that thought, her mind fell into a deep silence, like a computer powering down. And yet her mind was working overtime to rebuild everything at a breakneck pace. Oh god. Chapter 17, right? I feel like it was 17. Ay, ay, ay.
ここは？
キアナちゃん、大丈夫？
うん。今は大丈夫だよ。
Facing everything of the past, right?
ならいいけど、さっき急にキアナちゃんが人形みたいに無反応になったの。そして一面の暗闇に消えたセーフレイヤの代わりに。
The place where they first met on the rooftop, right? Where Mei tried to like kill herself. Unlike that day, there were no more thunders from the sky.
てっきり準備をする間があるのかと思ってたわ。例えば急に扉や光の輪が現れて、それに触れて次の空間に行くとか。
And then, man, we are here again in Nagazora, right? Chiba Academy is in Nagazora. Fighting against each other because Mei was trying to get to World Serpent to find out something that can help with the Honkai. And Kiana didn't want her to leave. Man.
メイ先輩ってばゲームじゃないんだから。それとも今のって実はブローニャが乗り移っていったセリフだったりする？
ごめんなさい。今まで古の楽園で似たような経験をたくさんしてきたから、発想にもそういう癖がついてたみたい。
メイ先輩、どうして急にそんな真面目な話し方になってるの？まさか私たちがここにいるから？
それはいいえ、キアナちゃんの言う通りね。かつての私はここで起きたことを思い出すのが怖かった。
I mean, understandable, right? I still don't understand why they had to fight, but I guess that's just their thing now. An environment could greatly change and influence the people in it, true. Unlike in the previous thought space, she constantly hesitated over what to say, what to do, and what emotions to express. Silence surrounded them and separated the two with a comfortable distance.
精神の枷はここにはないみたいだね。
ええ、私たちの他に何もないわね。あの人をそっくり。
Maybe that is the thing, that there was nothing, but I mean there was nothing surrounding them in some kind of way, but internally there were differences that were surrounding them, right?
違うところもあるんだよ。例えば 周りの雰囲気とか？
Now we can just look back to this. We don't need to be like awkward about it.
メイ先輩、見て。ここのフェンス、大きな穴があるよ。景色を見るのに便利だね。
I feel like I'm not going to survive this part. What is going on? Like, this is crazy. I didn't expect, like, such emotional parts right now.
でも、こんな大きい穴、どうやって作ったんだろう。
あ、
Eh,
それは
well.
多分私がキアナちゃんを吹っ飛ばした時にできたものだと思う。
なるほど。道理で全然覚えてなかったんだ。でも、これのおかげで、千葉学園の展望台のランクがまた上がったん
Highest
じゃな
star
い？
rating.
余すところなく見渡せるっていう意味で。
ええ、キアナちゃんらしい考え方ね。
Hmm.
はあ、ここは見晴らしがいいだけじゃなくて、気持ちいい風も吹いてるね。
This game.
残念ながら当時の私たちにはこの景色を楽しむほどの余裕はなかったわ。
Mm,
じゃあ、
true.
一気に目に焼き付けていこう。次の空間転換はすぐには起こらないと思うから。私の考えが正しければ、そういった転換は私の感情の波と関係があるんだと思う。感情そのものか、それとも波の強さ次第なのかはわから
Well,
な
it
いけど。
depends probably. If she wants to change, then it will change. But if she's content with like staying here right now, I feel like we're just staying here right now, right?
構わないわ。キアナちゃんの思想空間にいる以上、成り行きに任せるのが一番いい方法なのかもしれないわね。
True, true, true.
うん。
There is like literally there is like literally no music at all right now. After that, they spoke no further and simply gazed into the distance together. Oh, the music starts again. Normally, most people would prefer to avoid silence between conversations, as if it were a pair of scissors that would snip the friendship apart. Conversations would lose their meanings after too much silence. I don't think so. I think it's so much more important that you can feel good and safe with silence, because sometimes when I don't talk with like people when we are in the same room, I feel like the obligation to talk, right? But it makes me anxious as well because I don't know what to talk about. And I feel like it's much more important to have a person where you can just enjoy the silence and enjoy things in the silence, you know, instead of like forcing yourself or being anxious or stressed out to like feel obligated to talk. But for them, some silence ironically helped to merge their thoughts and experience each other's emotions. See? Like, this is a safe space. Like, feeling completely safe to be relaxed with someone is so important.
メイ先輩。
ん？
I feel like an old grandma giving like wisdom to the children.
なんでもない。急に呼びたくなっただけだから。
Oh,
じゃあ、キアナちゃん。
that is so cute. I'm dying.
実はあの日のことだけど、最初はメイ先輩に伝えられなかったことがたくさんあるって思ってたんだ。だけどある日、何かを伝えるという問題じゃないってふと気づいたの。だって私の考えなんてメイ先輩がさせないわけないでしょ。
I feel like they truly did understand each other in that moment, you know, but there were seemingly difference and they both had to try to do what they think were right. But I feel like they still had some understanding of each other's feelings as well.
逆の場合でも同じでしょうね。ヨルムンガンドに入ったばかりの頃は、ほぼ毎晩眠れなかったわ。
Wait, really?
眠れない理由は分かってるのに解決できなかった。だからそれからはその時間を考えることに使ったの。当時一番考えたのは、起こるべきじゃなかったあの戦いを避ける方法だった。例えば 二人とも落ち着いて話すべきだったんじゃないかと。でもどうしても最善の答えは見つからなかったの。
I feel like it's good that they are talking about it now. You know, both of them had time apart from each other. And it's like sometimes it's important, as she said, to reflect on yourself and then just come together and talk about it again.
だって私を引き止めたいキアナちゃんも、キアナちゃんを助けたい私も。
That's true.
間違いがない以上、言葉で相手を説得するのは難しい。
It doesn't mean that you have to like punch each other, but okay.
間違いがない以上、積極的な行動に出た私たちを止めることはできない。あれは避けられない出来事だったのよ。
そうだね。もしかしたらそれが成長なのかもしれないね。
Especially like the reflection part and then coming back and talking to each other, and they both of them weren't seemingly mad at each other after that, right? They were happy to see each other again, right? And now they are talking like grown-up people should do.
今の私たちは当時と変わらない信念を持ってるけど、お互いを説得する必要はとっくになくなってる。
I mean, that's mostly because Mei doesn't have to go like away anymore.
その違いは些細なものなのかもしれないけど、パプリカカレーを食べた時や研究室にいた時に今日みたいに心を開くことができてたら、多くの紆余曲折もそんなに苦しまずに乗り越えられたんだろうね。
Yeah, but it was not the right time, and that's okay.
でも逆に考えると、もしあの時の衝突がなかったら成長できなかったし、
Sure.
今の私たちになることもなかったんだよね。
Sure. Like, I'm always like, I love this game.
つまりキアナちゃんの結論としては、あの時喧嘩した甲斐があったってことかしら。
It was kind of, right? It was what needed to happen at that time.
メイ先輩、校内で暴力を振るうのはダメだよ。
We should
私たち
resolve
は
this with a
枕
pillow
投げ大
fight.
会みたいなやり方で解決するべきだと思うんだ。
That is so Kiana.
二人は笑った。目が合った瞬間、彼女たちははっきりと感じる。かつて二人の間にあった形のない壁。
I love this.
その最後の瓦礫も笑い声とともに消えていった。
That is so cute. Like
Amazing.
relationships, no matter the sort of relationship, they are hard. They need work, you know. But if like both people are like open, both people are relaxed with each other and you can properly talk, you know, if both people are mature, it would be so much easier to work on relationships instead of like, yeah, it's like hard to find the right people for this to happen.
知ってると思うけど、ヘリオスに戻ったばかりの頃の私は、多くのことや決めたことを誰かに話さずに、心の奥に隠したり、一人で行動したりしてた。そのたくさんの誰かの中で、一番共有したくない、する勇気がない相手は、メイ先輩だった。
It's
そ
okay.
れは、私たちが離れ離れになった理由でもあった。
It's okay. Sometimes you can't share things even with your best friends because the time's not right. You are not ready, right? Like, after what happened with her, it's totally understandable that for some time she just, like, was for herself, you know? She suddenly stopped talking, as though an invisible gag had been placed over her mouth. After going over the words in her head, she began to speak again.
わかってるの。私のことになると、メイ先輩の感情の波は、他の人たちの時よりずっと大きくなるって。でもメイ先輩はそれを見せずに、ただ私のすべてを包み込んで、受け入れて、そして必要な時に導いて、助けてくれた。
This part is
初めて
making
会
me
った時から
sad again.
ずっと。
Like, I'm also so proud of them because we have come such a long way, right?
美しい世界のために戦う。それは私の信念で、姫子先生との約束でもある。そして私にとって、メイ先輩は、その美しさの中で、最も特別な存在。
That is so cute.
特別だからこそ、私や世界よりも、メイ先輩自身のことを、
Man.
もっと大切にしてほしい。
She was slightly relieved after saying this. I'm crying too much in this part. What's happening? She could never forget the words once said to her. You are more important than the world. I need more tissues, guys. And she had been waiting for an opportunity to respond. Not that she needed to, but she wanted to. She knew if she spoke her mind, it wouldn't be the answer Mei wanted to hear the most. But at this moment, she still wanted to let Mei know how she felt in this
メ
way.
イ先輩。それで、今はどう思ってる
Are
の？
we making like confessions? This is so cute, man. I can't handle this part. She took a moment to rehearse what she would say in her head.
多分、人の思考と行動は多くの場面で矛盾するものなんだと思うの。だって世界は私たちに最も理想的な結果を選ばせてくれるとは限らないでしょ。
That's unfortunately true.
だから、もし私が少し先の未来で自分たちの運命を変えるような選択をもう一度突きつけられたとしたら、今の私はあの時のように何の躊躇もなく答えることなんてできないと思う。多分迷い、考え、いろいろ考慮するんでしょうね。
And that is fine as well.
それはきっとキアナちゃんと一緒にいることで私の中の世界の重みがどんどん成長してるから。
True.
でも結局のところ、そんな風に私が世界を好きになるきっかけをくれた人は
It was Kiana, right?
キアナちゃん、
Yeah.
あなたなのよ。
This is so hard, but I love it. It's great. Kiana didn't know what to say. A few seconds later, she finally came up with the most official reply she could think
あ
of.
りがとう、メイ先輩。
Man.
私も、メイ先輩が同じくらい大事だよ。私、すごく嬉しいんだ。
Kiana felt greatly relieved, and the web of thoughts started to dance. Before she realized, the view had shifted again. Oh boy. Where is that? Where is this place?
あ、また変わったね。
Looks like a city? What? I don't know, man. Kiana looked around
で
her.
もここはどこだろう。上空市に見えるけど。
Looks like Nagazora.
もしかしたら私の記憶かもしれないわ。
Oh.
ここはキアナちゃんの思想空間だけど、中にいる私の影響を少し受けてるよね。覚えてる？キアナちゃんがベナレスに乗って長空市の虚数特異点を閉じようとした時、虚数の造物の襲撃を受けたでしょ。ここはベナレスが落ちた場所よ。キアナちゃんを追いかけた私を守るために彼女が代わりに巨樹の残骸の一撃を受けてくれたの。
We know the music in the back, right?
その後、彼女の意識は完全に消えたわ。
And that was when her awareness scattered. What are we talking about?
やっぱりそういうことだったんだ。だからクリカラが生まれたんだね。
Okay, we are talking about the dragon.
ええ。
ベナレス。ベラって呼んだ方がいいかも。
Bella.
空の律者と対峙した時、ベラには何度も助けられたんだ。彼女がいなかったら、トラウマを克服して空の律者に勝つことなんてできなかったと思う。
There is actually like a physical copy of the second eruption. I wish they would like deliver it to my country because I would have ordered it.
でも、
Would be
最
so
後は
nice
律
to
者コア
have.
に残る幻影として召喚者と一緒に消えちゃった。ベラにはありがとうって伝えたかったな。
私もよ。
Man.
今思い返してみれば、シンプルな理由で助けてくれたのかもしれないわね。あなたを悲しませたくなかったのか。も
Or
し
it
くは
could be because we
シーリンの
both
面影を
reminded her
感
of
じたか。
Siren.
ベラ、彼女の善と悪は素朴だった。だからこそ片方の存在だけで彼女を定義してしまうと
True, true, true.
少し不公平だよね。視点を世界の外側に移せば、きっと絶対の悪も完全な善も存在しないんだと思う。
Like in this situation, yeah. I think sometimes there is just pure evil. I don't think there is pure good. I don't think that a person can solely be good. I don't think there is a chance, but I think like there can be people who are purely evil in this world.
ベラとシーリンが崩壊の奴隷、運命の囚人だったように、ヨルムンガンド、もしくはケビン、彼らも同じなんじゃないのかな。
Yeah, Kevin is also like a prisoner of the past.
成婚計画が永遠の夢を意味するなら、世界中の人々を運命の囚人にするのと同じ。
Kiana clenched her hands. Being held prisoner in a dream space built by someone else, Kiana was no stranger to such an experience. She knew exactly how terrible it felt.
ヨルムンガンドは運命から人類を解放するって
But
言っ
it
て
can
る
only
わ。
feel terrible if you are aware, right? So if people are not aware that they are living in a dream, they can't complain about it, right? So, World Serpent claims their mission is to help humanity break free. Well, in order for them to make like humanity break free, they have to like kill the entire humanity, right?
でも結果的には火を追うがの暗部を受け継ぎ、一般人の運命を無視し、文明を崇拝しながら命を
Only
軽視して。
civilization matters to us. True, true, true. That's what Dr. Mei said.
例えるなら、仮に私たちの目の前に階段が存在するとしましょう。階段の上にたどり着けば崩壊と戦える。天
The
命と
bitter feud
ネゲン
between
トロピーの
Shiksa
争いの
was
数
created
々
on the
は
way up.
一歩一歩登っていく過程で生じたもの。でもヨルムンガンドの場合、全文明から受け継いだ知識と技術でトゲまみれの階段とそこに這いつくばる人々を無視し、飛行船に乗って答えを見つけようとしてる。
Well, it's because they have experienced so much suffering in their own era that they are now not caring about like the suffering of the current era anymore.
蛇の目には頂上しか見えてない。だからこそ階段で必死にあがく一般人はチリアクタも同然で、
Yeah.
それらに目を向けたりしないんでしょうね。
But isn't it always like that? No one cares about the people who struggle daily, right? Like people just think about coming to the top, and there are like so many people who have like millions and millions of money, right, in the world. They could just make such a difference in the world, but at the same time something prevents this from happening, right? Because why would you want to have millions or billions of money if you are not doing something like good with a portion of that money, right? Because at some point money just becomes more and more. So I just don't understand the concept of trying to like lecture people to like tell them to eat better, live better, when you are just sitting on money, you know, you're sitting on big cars, big houses, your planes and everything, but you're not doing anything to help the small ones. Instead, you're lecturing them to be better, to earn their own money without even giving them something that they can actually use. It's like a weird space in the world right now, and I feel like it's always been like that. No one cares about like the people who struggle daily, right?
なら私たちにできることもシンプルだよね。トゲだらけの道を一緒に切り開いて、
You know, and then sometimes there are people like this who actually care and who actually try to do something for like the people who struggle. Like, I always say this, like, if I just don't need a lot of money, I just want to live comfortably. But if I have the chance to have a lot of money, right, I just want to try to like do something with it, like provide others who struggle with something, because I come from a place where I'm struggling, you know. And I feel like at some point when people have money and or like gain power, they tend to forget how it is for others, and they don't care about others anymore, like in the most cases, which is sad.
キアナちゃんの言う通りね。現状から見れば、ヨルムンガンドと私たちの間には大きな分岐が存在してる。私
The
たちはこれ
challenge
か
for
ら
us is to
彼
find
ら
a
を
better
超える
solution than
より良い
theirs.
答えを導き
The
出さなけれ
question
ば
is,
な
how
ら
are
ない。
we doing that? How are we finding a better solution? Like, what can we do? I mean, I feel like one potion is already done by like Alicia telling us about the origin, right? So if the origin and the finality is controlled by humans, it stops, right?
難しい問題だね。でもそれもすごい挑戦なんだと思う。ヨルムンガンドが終焉を超え未来へ飛び込むことができると信じてるなら、
Who says we can't do better?
私たちにだってできるはずだよ。
そうね。
Go beyond finality. I like the parallels between like Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact. You know, a lot of like the main part is also like going beyond finality, you know, breaking out of like the predictability of the different futures that the finality is providing us with in some kind of way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Mei lowered her eyes and touched her blade. As if alive, the handle became warm and glowed red faintly.
そうよね。ベラ。
Hmm.
メイ先輩、気をつけて。
Oh. The conversation was suddenly interrupted by a huge blade dropping from the sky. Reminded by Kiana, Mei drew her blade. She knew clearly that was their goal coming here. The real spiritual restraint. The sword? Oh god. Ooh, the Nihilus.
こうして肩を並べて戦うのは久しぶりね。
True.
でもちょっと体を動かせばすぐに昔の感覚をつかめるよ。
Like
Mei-senpai.
old times.
私たちってやっぱり最高のパートナーだよね。
もちろんよ。
Of course, I'm the best partner. I should dodge.
戦勝の一撃。
メイ先輩は昔同じことが何度あってもキアナちゃんの失った武器は私が作り直すって言ってくれたよね。
That is so cute. Wait, I'm dying.
本当はメイ先輩こそが私にとってもう半分の武器だと思うの。
You're like the other half of my blade.
なら、
Bro, I'm
私
trying
にと
to
っての
read
キアナちゃん
this.
も同じよ。
Why is it doing so much damage though?
戦勝の一撃。
Can't see. Why is it so hard to like fight against? I try to dodge, I swear. Oh god, I'm dying.
メイ
I'm
先
dying.
輩、
Ah,
私たちは
I'm
こ
so
こで倒
bad.
れるわけにはいかない。
Yeah, Kiana is
13
healing
英
me.
傑たちのこともまだ教えてもらってないしね。
そうね。タゴールの刺繍もまだ借りてないわ。
Wait, I'm just dying. Bro, I dodged. Bro, why is this fight so hard? Okay, I nearly got it. Just need to dodge. Which I clearly failed to do. Die, brother! Leave it to me. Wait, it's recharging! Kill it! Ooh, I love this shot. Ooh. Oh, they look so good. Yours too. Yeah.
私はさっきよりはマシになってるけど、まだ完全とは言えないわ。
そっか。でも、生還計画も大したことないね。
Project Stigma's so overrated, man. She moved her body around and felt strength running through. Even her reflexes improved.
でも、強いて言えば、メイ先輩がいたからこそ、全部うまくいったんだと思う。それとブローニャ、式の律者、あとメイ博士の助けも忘れちゃダメだよね。
そういうところは昔のままね。
I wonder if you even can do this with like Bronya. Maybe if you choose Bronya, she's just saying, no, I'm not the right person for that. Because this feels like very scripted for Kiana and Mei. Mei stopped abruptly.
Mei senpai?
What's going on? Where Mei looked and where the imaginary construct vanished, a mass of light emerged. That was such a beautiful space, though.
さっき期待してたのはこれのことだったんだ。
I just cried.
期待というほどではないわ。でも本音を言えば、私はもう少しキアナちゃんと一緒にいたい。
Like, how can you not love them?
私も。
From a story perspective, I feel like this, like so far, like this might be Hoyoverse's best, like storytelling, story writing in general, you know? It's like so thought out, it's like so connecting, it feels really like a journey, you know, from start to finish. We had a clear goal from the beginning, we were learning more and more about the threads, you know? But it didn't take us too long, I feel like, to like, you know, have like the whole story here.
だってここから出たらこうして楽しく過ごせる時間もほぼなくなっちゃうし。
And let's just stay here forever. Who cares about finality? They stood by the light for long and didn't step ahead. Behind the exit were unknown challenges and imminent crises. Just like the last time, the clock would start to tick the second they left. They needed to break the restraints Project Stigma put on Herrschers first, and then confront Kevin Kaslana. And maybe the finality lurking behind him too.
そうね。やることがたくさんあるわ。
We have, man. We need to punch Kevin. Like, Kevin is more than 50,000 years old, right? So how should we defeat him then with his experience?
それとその先にもいろいろある。だからそろそろこの場所にさよならを言う時間だね。
I don't want to. After seconds of silence, someone moved. She took the hand of the other and said something she had rehearsed in her heart time and again.
メイ先輩、一緒に帰ろう。
ええ、キアナちゃん。約束するわ。
That is so
帰り
amazing.
ましょう。
Man. Best partner. If it got the better of me. Wait, I didn't read it. Best partner is insane. Man, what part is this, guys?